Okay, welcome back to FootyCast with Nirmal and Ola and Jules. And on this episode, we're going to do a little bit of our Champions League things because we have, only one of our teams is in the Champions League.
Yeah.
But we got two of us who can pick from whoever we want, which is quite fun. So, we'll go with that. So, all right, who do we... We'll start with Arsenal. Go on, Ola. What's your debating thing about them?
I think Arsenal's got a big enough squad to go all the way.
So you think they can win?
100%. 100%. If I support Arsenal and I don't believe we can win Champions League or the league for that matter, then I'm not.
I think you can win, but do you think they are going to win?
Yeah.
I think
is my question.
I think they're going to win one of them.
The Champions League or the Premier League?
Yeah.
Wowzers. Okay.
I like the optimism.
No, listen.
I like the optimism.
No,
you have to as a supporter.
As a fan, that's all you've got. But sometimes, it can be blind optimism. And then
I think we're all guilty of it sometimes.
Sometimes you need to be a bit realistic. And God, look, I think you'll go deep. And like we said before, semi-finals will be a great return, especially coming back after 7 years. No,
I think that's my point. Is like if you look up how long it took Man City and took all these other teams,
exactly.
Nobody, unless you're Real Madrid, wins it all the time. But Real Madrid already have that heritage.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the other side, that is like Liverpool or a Milan or somebody, because Milan didn't come out of anywhere and then they got to the semi-finals.
Yeah,
Inter already got through. They're all clubs with that heritage of being in there.
PSG have been trying to do it for the past decade.
And they have they've got ridiculous money at it and best players.
We have the most exciting young team in the Premier League. First of all,
I don't disagree with that.
But
it still comes back to who's the best.
Young guys, they are literally hungry for this competition.
So being the best or most exciting young team, does that equate to you automatically?
It means the fact that they get on the pitch and they put everything out there. That's what that means, and that usually turned results.
Yeah, but
and you get beat by Bayern, you get beat by Real Madrid, you get beat by Man City.
I don't think we will. I want them. I don't. At this moment, as an Arsenal fan, I'm not scared to draw anybody.
No, to be fair, I would agree with that. I don't think you'd be scared to
draw anybody.
I think the heritage is the heritage in the Champions
League.
Yeah,
well, we can't keep hanging everything on the heritage. Yes, Madrid are super Champions League team.
Exactly.
But guess what? They didn't win it last season.
They nearly did.
I know they're not going to win it every year.
There you go. There you go. They can't win it every year. So why can't Arsenal not win it this season?
I'm telling you now, if it comes to a semi-final, two-legged tie against Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, you're going out. Simple. It's as simple as that.
I think
unless they have ridiculous injuries or something else. If you have your full strength team, they have their full strength team. So let's take injuries out of it.
If we have a full strength team,
yes.
No, let me tell you something here. You guys are underestimating this team.
Nobody.
I think there's four teams that would be there. That if you got into semi-final with, you've got full strength, they've got full strength. You're all flying.
Exactly.
There's Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. I think you definitely go out.
City.
I think City
as well
is
now they've won it.
You've got a tough game, and I think the one you've got a chance against is Barcelona.
Yeah. That'll be a 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
I think the other three teams is tough.
But even then, even with Barcelona, having the heritage that we keep, referring to.
Well, that's why I said they would be higher than my percentage than fourth favourites. They would be my fourth
As an
favourites.
occasion, you go away at the Camp Nou, their fans have been there. They've sampled these occasions. Arsenal, you've not been there for
you're just pointing out stuff that is not relevant to football.
Of course,
it's not relevant to football.
No, it is.
No, it's not relevant to football. Yeah, if you're talking about the fact that some of the players not experienced enough to deal with those kind of atmosphere, I will get that. You're saying some of the fans.
Well, the history would be in our favour. Let's have a look at last year, right? How many goals did it take Man City? Man City have probably the best team in Europe and have had for the last 2-3 seasons. But if you look how many goals it took. They've been there and gone out in the last minute because of whatever. From winning a game, they've lost.
It's not the team. Exactly. One thing I'm going to tell you now, it's not the team. It's not the club. It's the manager.
No.
He hasn't won it since Barcelona for a reason. He's got in the back. No, that's fact. Let me tell you something. When it was at Bayern,
how many Champions Leagues has Arteta got? How many has Pep got?
No, he hasn't. That's what I'm saying. Arteta hasn't won it. He doesn't know how that feels. But Pep is won his second one with City.
No, third.
No, he's third on.
What did he win it with?
Barcelona twice. In
Yeah, sorry.
2011.
With second team. Sorry. Yeah. Since Barcelona, he hasn't won it till last season, for a reason. It's because it's messed with his mind. Arteta don't have that problem. Yeah, it doesn't have. He's going in there with a fresh mind. You know what, lads, let's go and have fun and just pick up the Champions League in the process.
Let's discuss the teams we've got right.
That's not how it goes.
You've got Real Madrid. Real Madrid have won it.
Why are you thinking about it though? He's won it once. That's it.
Who?
Klopp. But
no, but he's won of the European trophies,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's
got to the
won it
final.
No,
twice.
Champions League.
Yeah, he's got to the final.
If you've got to the final 4 times and you've won it once, that is...
No, but it was with Borussia twice, wasn't it, or something?
He lost against Dortmund, against Bayern Munich. Again, Bayern Munich were a better team.
Yeah.
He's got to the finals 3 times with Liverpool.
You keep finding excuses for this
and we've
guy.
lost against Real Madrid twice.
Do you think he's with Liverpool? You think he's gonna get to Champions League final again before he leaves?
I can see it. Yeah.
It's never going to get. First of all,
not this season because
No,
you're
not
not because you're not in it.
No, that's very true.
No, let me counter that with my little dig.
Yeah.
Though, if you were in it, I would have you in my top list of people to get to the final. I don't think you'd win, but I think you'd get to the final.
Well, then I think this is not. You're not picking the team that you think will win it or get to the final based on the squad.
No, I don't care about the squad. I care about Ancelotti and Real Madrid. That's it. New stadium, Ancelotti and Real Madrid.
I think you're
it's
picking
just
Real
written
Madrid,
in the stars.
But you're picking Real Madrid based on the fact that you like the manager. Did know. I know that you know.
I love Ancelotti. He's the best manager of all time.
Exactly. That's why.
Because he's won it 4 times as well. There is a bit of factual.
Yeah. I respect that, and I believe is definitely. They pick up the bunch 100%. No, but you still, even Ancelotti cannot take Everton right now and get them to win the championship. You need the squad.
Hey, if Ancelotti was here, I wouldn't bet against him. Even Everton winning the Champions League.
You need the squad.
Hey, if I said in my when we did the preview, if Ancelotti was here, we'd be playing Champions League.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not that we win, but we'd be playing Champions League. And with his thing in Champions League, because the thing is, you immediately got 100 million boost. They would have balance in the books. They'd be able to spend the money based on going forward. And with his draw and his know-how, I think, because if you think about it, when they won last season, all right, Man City won. If you take out the season before, who did they beat? Everybody. All the teams that they were supposed to lose to, they beat.
Yeah,
because they weren't the favourites. They were way down that list of people. They were all the teams that everyone fought, like Bayern Munich, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea. I think were in it then, wasn't it? But they were good, and PSG.
And they kept coming back from games where you think
they were basically out the
down
game.
And out, down and out.
There's something about people who know how to win games.
What was the league position that season?
Second, I think.
Probably second or third.
They're always first or second.
Yeah.
But they didn't focus on it, and. They were still there or thereabouts last year, and you knew they weren't going to win because I had the feeling Man City were going to sneak past because of the revenge thing and the thing, and Pep got his to that point. But it's how many goals it took Man City because they don't have that thing. Now they do. Yeah. You can see them being favourites.
Exactly.
And I think Man City are probably the favourites. Real Madrid second because of their heritage and the thing.
So you can't discount.
And you've got to remember they've added Bellingham to that team, and the youngsters, the Tchouameni, Camavinga and co are all coming up into that thing. So even though they've lost players, and I think Casemiro and Benzema are huge things, they've still got Modric and he's still there.
No.
The defence is still good. Everything else is good. They've got enough. It doesn't matter. I don't think age, like fine wine with him, makes any difference. He's still fantastic. If Arsenal
play Real Madrid next game in the Champions League, I fancy us all day long.
Let me just say again: Tchouameni, Camavinga, Bellingham, Valverde.
I don't understand what.
It's only Modric who's old. All of them are better than your midfielders.
What are you basing all this on?
Odegaard is a Real Madrid reject.
It's not a Real Madrid reject at all. It's not Real Madrid reject. Yeah. First of all, Odegaard played better in Arsenal team. You take him to Real Madrid, he's not going to play the way he's playing.
Reject is a strong word. No, Odegaard is a fantastic player.
Arsenal team right now, anybody, I say it again, you'll find out at Anfield. Don't worry.
I don't understand.
You'll find out at Anfield.
No, listen. Emirates, you've got a chance at Anfield.
You'll get slapped up. I don't understand what
We'll see.
the team that you've been watching. But no,
No, because you watch Arsenal.
You came to Goodison and you were lucky you escaped with 3 points. You should have been 1 point.
Well, it's very
You're going to go to
difficult
Anfield?
It's very difficult to play with 11 man behind
Wait a
the
minute.
goal.
Let me just, I need to have a rest. I can't believe I was defending Liverpool.
wait. You drawed in 2-2 against Fulham at home. You drew 2-2 against Spurs.
Have you drawn this season?
No, they've drawn
1-1 against Chelsea.
It's against Chelsea, yeah? At Chelsea,
But
that
Chelsea
good.
played really well in the second
exactly.
half.
So
they
they
deserve
play well.
a draw.
So can I say Fulham played well?
You conceded twice against
Can
Fulham.
I say Fulham played well?
Yes.
Yes, they did, yeah.
So if they play well, what is the difference between Fulham and Chelsea?
I know, but-
Because your excuse for you dropping a point is the fact that Chelsea played well. Fulham played well.
I know, but I'm not saying that Liverpool are going to conquer the world.
I'll throw the spanner in the works.
Stop it.
Liverpool's aim is to get into the Champions League.
Yeah.
So if they finish 4th, it's good. Second
They're
place
not
is
going
like
to
really
finish
good.
fourth. They're not going to finish Champions League.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. But where they are now, they're sitting pretty in second place in that position. Arsenal are outside the top 4. So based on current evidence,
I know.
let's see.
Thank God
You are
there's
the one
24 games to go.
Your team is the one underachieving, and his one is
Yeah.
overachieving.
And
Thank God there's 24 games to go.
And yet, you're claiming that you're going to go and conquer Europe and do this and that.
No, I think Arsenal will be. I think they'll be in the second or third in the league, Premier League, and I think they'll be probably quarters or semi-finals in the
A
Champions League,
double
depending on how the draw goes.
Yeah.
They could go out before. You might get Bayern or somebody else before. And then
When
we
we win the doubles, which is Champions League and Premier League, I'm going to get you a shirt that says Arsenal won the doubles. Obviously, the same for you.
Okay. But that's never going to happen.
We're going to have to do a special.
we will do a special show that, and we will wear Arsenal shirts. Let's be fair. We'll put that out there for anybody.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what comments come out of whether we think that's realistic. What's the likelihood of us having Arsenal shirts on? I don't think there's that much.
It's not there, is it?
If you win 1, it would be amazing. If you win 2, that would be like, yeah.
No, they're not going to win one of the big 2.
I don't see him winning either of them.
You're not good enough. You're just not. You're not good enough to win one of the big 2.
You're a fantastic side, but there's teams that are better. Just unfortunately, it's the way it is.
I think they're a good team.
You know what's making me laugh here is the fact
But it's
that
optimism is rubbing off. I'm thinking Everton could be in the Champions League.
This is confidence. This literally.
Sean Dyche for Europe.
No, listen, yeah. When Liverpool won the Premier League, obviously nobody was there to, boo or whatever.
No, but you got to remember the season before.
Behind closed doors, yeah?
Yeah.
And most people have COVID, they couldn't play. Basically, they gave you the cup, which is fine. But my point is that you won it, not in this atmosphere right now.
What do you mean? Hang on.
No, but how many points did you get the season before?
The season before which?
The season before COVID. How many points were you off Man City? 1, I think, wasn't it?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And,
It doesn't
and
matter.
the season after, how far away were you? It's pretty...
It's I'm losing my ears here. So the year we won it, I think...
was only because you made Man City give up because you were so far ahead that they basically lost focus.
We took a pause on game day 25, which was in March.
Which you told me.
Hold
You
on,
say
hold
to
on.
us
Let me finish.
that
No.
you think they should give Liverpool the cup because you're the far ahead.
Exactly.
Even
And
though
by
the
then,
season is not finished.
we were 25
that is a
points
shameful
ahead.
comment.
We were 25 points ahead.
What does that mean?
Anyway,
Is
so
is the season finished?
you keep calling it the COVID Cup.
It is a COVID cup. Did you win it? First of all, they have an event, a super spreader event at Anfield.
That's like, I don't know.
A super spreader
Look.
at Anfield because they won the Champions.
We're losing track.
Because they won the
Listen.
Premier League.
We're losing track. Let's go back to the Champions League. This is a Champions League episode. We're losing track here.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go back to you thinking that Arsenal could go away and play Madrid or City or Bayern Munich in a 2-legged affair and win.
Easy.
What's that based on?
Easy. Because we got man like Saka. We got man like Martinelli. Odegaard backing them up with the Zeus in front. And we got Rice sitting deep.
All good players, but that's it.
Well, that's what you want in your team. Good
Yeah,
players.
but you could link name just as many in Bayern, in Madrid, in City, in Barcelona.
You can. You know what? Like I say, I cannot wait to play these guys. I hope we play them back to back. I really do. Just so you can know the level these guys are operating on.
Who have you been watching? I'm flabbergasted.
You don't watch Arsenal. You just look at the result and make up your mind. You don't watch it. I watch Arsenal.
No, I've seen Arsenal and I think, they play fantastic football. But do I think they're going to win?
You literally said before that we didn't perform in any of these games, which shows me that you haven't watched the game. You say Man United battered us.
No, the games
you
that I've
haven't watched the game.
No, the games that I've watched. You've not. See, I think
Which game have you watched?
I've watched the Fulham game actually, the 2-2.
So, did you think they play good, or do you think we play bad?
I think Fulham played well.
Okay.
But then Arsenal at home, again, this is one of the games where it should be routine. You should not be letting it... First of all, you shouldn't be conceding twice against Fulham at home. This should be a routine. If you're the team that you're claiming to be, right?
Yeah,
this should be a routine win.
But Fulham are a good side. The thing is, there's too many teams there are quite a lot of good teams in the Premier League that can pull out results. Right. The Brightons, the Fulhams, the people like that.
But then if you want to be at the Man City level... City play
they
Fulham
win
around,
that irrespective.
what happens?
Yeah, they win irrespective.
It's not even. It's not even
like we said, in the Premier League it's second or third, and in the Champions League semi-finals would be a great position.
The semi-final is
great.
Is us waiting for the final. No, that's it.
No. It's not that you can't win it, but it's going to take you 2 or 3 seasons. This is your first one there.
Oh, we're going to win it this season.
Come on, don't be silly.
Yeah, come on. I wish you all the best, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Don't be silly.
No, come on. Because I think you're discounting what we're talking about. History in this competition plays a massive part.
It's not just history; it's how good their sides are.
Does it?
No, of course.
At the moment as well.
It does. Yeah.
Bayern's failing. The reason they've been disappointing is because they didn't have Lewandowski. Now I don't think Kane is Lewandowski, but Kane is, we've said, is a fantastic player. He adds that bit with the goals, and they're starting to get the 4 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals.
Yeah.
I think they're not completely clicked, but they beat Man United without completely clicking, and they were way better than Man United.
But let's touch on the history.
We beat Man United. We were way better than Man United.
As a Liverpool fan,
put some respect on us.
I've seen Liverpool do well in Europe with substandard teams.
Yeah.
Why? Because as a club, there's this mythical. I don't know what it is.
Man City just won the league. They have no history in the Champions League. Go on, defend that for me.
Wait, what?
Who won it last year?
Man City.
They've been finalist, semi-finalist, finalist, then they won.
They've been building this history for the past decade.
Yeah.
They've been regular in the semis. They've lost a couple of finals. This is what you need to build.
That's what I'm saying to you. It's not that I can't see Arteta winning Champions League. I think he will, but I think it's going to be, you're probably going to be quarters of semis, quarters, probably semis next year. If you keep on developing, because you still need a bit more.
You need to get used to being
losing a
Man
final.
City have a low ambition than Arsenal.
You need to lose a final, and then you're going to win. So you're probably 3 or 4 seasons, because then all these Saka and co are going to be 24, 25, 26.
They are at the peak right now.
No, they're going to grow better. If if this is their peak, you ain't going to win the Champions League. Yeah. I think those players are going to get better, and in 3 or 4 seasons, and Arteta's going to get better, because you need to have that pain of losing in that close game that City have had, and even Liverpool have had. Everybody, Madrid have had, Barcelona have had. Everybody gets it. Bayern get as well.
Arsenal have had as well, by the way.
Yeah, and Arsenal been in the final and thing. It's not that is, but until you win it, you ain't got that heritage. And you're not Nottingham Forest.
As a I can speak for me personally.
Listen, both our teams are disappointing because we've never won the Champions League, and both our teams should have, right? And Nottingham Forest have won it twice.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Nottingham Forest.
And as a Liverpool fan, this is why I think it plays a big part. Yeah. Every time I come up against Madrid, they're the only team I hate coming up against because they've got a bigger and better heritage than us.
Well, I think the problem you've had in the last few ones is Ancelotti's got your number.
Yeah.
And Madrid have got your number.
See, the last one
and they're not worried about playing you because they go in and go, yeah, who's this? Anfield, yeah. And Liverpool, who are they?
No, but
whereas any other team coming against you, other than say maybe Bayern or thingy, it's everyone.
It's flit, isn't it?
It's what's happened to Tottenham in the final.
Yeah.
They should have been a better side. They'd lost before. I think most of the people knew that Tottenham had lost before they started.
The game.
Even the Tottenham players, the Tottenham fans, everybody. No. Liverpool fans knew it. Liverpool players knew it. They were like, this is a training game.
Exactly.
It was so rubbish, that final. Considering how good they went against Ajax.
When we beat Barcelona semis.
You knew when.
That's it.
Especially when you knew Tottenham beat Ajax.
But then
Ajax would have been a harder game.
In the last final where we lost against Madrid, 2 years ago? We were a better team than Madrid.
Yeah.
But I was still worried, and I knew that Madrid were going to win because it's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Even though we're a better team, I just know these occasions.
They just have a thing because
I don't think you're better
the thing you've got is when
in that match. I don't think you are.
if any of those teams, to go on Jules's point, to go on Jules's point, if any of those teams come to the Emirates, right, or they play Arsenal, are they worried?
No, but you are.
As good as you are, as good as the things, you're not worried.
You're not worried,
they
no.
will be now worried against Man City. Each of them playing each other will be worried. But I think if they play Arsenal, they don't have any mental block.
Exactly.
They're not going to go too scared to the Emirates, and they're not going to be scared when you come to them. And they're going to go, we playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay, tough game.
Yeah.
It is it's just another
Well,
game.
if they're not scared of playing Arsenal or whatever, you know.
But that makes a huge difference. Most clubs, when they play Liverpool in the Champions League, are worried.
Look what happened to Barcelona.
Apart from Real Madrid.
They were 3-0 up from the first leg. But they still came out on field just thinking,
it
could still happen. It could still happen.
And they were a way better side. They were the best side in Europe, and they still happened.
So that's what you need. That's what you've.
They can go 3-0 up into it, and then you still lose.
Yeah.
And that's what they go against like a Barcelona or a Bayern or all of them teams can do that. I don't think Arsenal can. And that's our like evidence for that supporting it, because it's how it's played out. And I think if you get to semi-final, that's a great achievement. Anything better than that is ridiculously good. But I mean, it's not that it couldn't happen. It's just not likely based on previous Champions Leagues.
We don't think small.
It's not about thinking small. It's about you've got to respect you're like a reasonable sized pebble amongst bigger fish. You're a big fish. You're amongst bigger fish.
No, exactly. Because if you look, but in a Champions League, if you look, even take the past 20 years, the winners. There's never that many surprises. It's always the normal big heads, you know.
The result can be surprising, but it's always the teams that always have that thing. Regulars. That's why Real Madrid have so much, because it's our cup.
Yeah.
And Liverpool have got the heritage of coming into it, so they win and the things. But even they lose to Real Madrid because that's the one team where they go, okay, they don't really care about Anfield, and they don't. we've got to go to the Bernabeu. Barcelona has got a chance against Real Madrid because that's their rivalry, the Clásico.
Yeah.
So that's the one where they can flip. So Real Madrid can be brilliant; they can still lose. It's their derby; they can lose. But like Barcelona still going to like Bayern or thingy, they're still behind them. Yeah. Bayern have got that thing of where they can go, and Bayern have been good apart from when they lost Lewandowski. Because you've seen that bit drop off of the way they play. It wasn't that they were bad; it's just the way they played, and I think they've got that back. And as they gel and get better towards the end of the season, I think they're there as well. And Man City. Pep's got his taste; he's going to want to back to back it. But that's what he did before. They back to back it normally. Then he starts thinking, and Haaland's there. Whilst Haaland's there, as good as Arsenal are or whatever, you ain't got Haaland. You ain't got a De Bruyne.
Yeah, exactly.
And De Bruyne is injured. But he's not De Bruyne.
And we got Eddie Nketiah.
Stop trolling. Stop it. Honestly. But no.
But to anybody else, those things aren't that big. They're good, but they ain't. Yeah. It's not De Bruyne known everywhere, and Haaland and Pep and co.
Yeah, Arsenal, honestly.
No, but I don't think you're wrong. I think Arteta will pull out a Champions League out of somewhere, but I think it's 3 or 4 seasons away.
Oh.
I don't think it's now.
I believe it's now.
No, I can't see it.
I have to believe it's now. There's no point in watching anything if I don't believe it's now.
No, you've got to believe it. You've got to have the faith.
Yeah.
But then there's reality.
Yeah.
It's the thing. You can't have blind faith. You've got to reality check.
Football is all about blind faith. You think you're gonna win today?
No.
Right? In the Premier League.
I think Everton are going to beat every team.
There you go. And you think Liverpool is the best team ever? Right?
But then I have I have a reality check and I think we're playing Luton Town. Well, this could go bad.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you need to be realistic, especially when it comes to winning the big trophies. Yeah, you need to know where you are. You know what I mean?
That's exactly. I know where we are.
Okay.
That's why I said that we're.
No, but I think we've been more realistic because he said, we're not likely to win the league. Getting Champions League is the thing for Liverpool. Yeah. I think Everton's if we're top of the bottom half, that's an achievement. Yeah. It's not by the standard of Everton as a club, because realistically, we're in the same position. We're like you. We're a little bit below them, but we're like you guys in the standing of all things. But like people don't know that now. In Champions League, you see people go on. I've seen an interesting table of what people have spent, and then we need to put it up, and we'll do an episode on one of it where people go on. Everton spent loads and things. Dude, haven't really. In spending, we're about 11th in the Premier League. I think it's. I don't know if it includes this
In the
season's
Premier League
spending.
history, you mean?
In Premier League history, since Premier League's been going on, we're 11th in spending, we're 7th, or 6th or 7th in performance.
Okay.
So actually, over the Premier League, even though we think we've done really bad, objectively, we've overachieved.
Yeah.
And all the clubs that are above us have actually spent more money.
Which is normally how it goes.
A lot more money.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that have been in the top four-ish
Yeah.
over the whole time. So people take a cut of it, but if you actually take all of it, and if you take it before the Premier League started, we're the third most successful club behind you and you. We were ahead of Man United, we were ahead of Chelsea, we were ahead of Man City, we were ahead of everybody else by a fairly long way.
It's points per spend, isn't it? Normally that's how it goes.
And points per spend, we've actually overachieved in the last period overall. So people, when they start moaning and doing it, like obviously we're moaning because I grew up when we were the best team in the world. It's like, we took over from them as the best.
Yeah.
So there's a bit, but then we got cut short and we haven't done it. But if you actually look objectively over the thing, we're one of the most overachieving teams in the Premier League, which I would have never said was the case. But we'll need to dig this out and we need to have an episode on it, isn't it? But yeah. So I think being where we are, we're not being down on Arsenal. I just think being realistic. Like I could be, we should be in Europe. Yeah, we should. But we should be in Champions League. But like, is it realistic? No. What we had last 2 seasons, I think where we are. You had a fantastic season last season, but there were a lot of teams that fell off. They look like they're coming back, apart from Man United. But even them, somewhere or other that he's going to sneak up. And there's a lot of other teams that have come up. The Brightons, the Newcastle, Aston Villas and West Hams. They've all spent as well.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that far behind all the pack of teams.
No.
I think Liverpool just have that bit with their firepower at the front is really good. And those players know how to do it.
No, I think it's one of the most. I think it's one of the most competitive leagues.
It's going to be more. I think if you take Man City out, it's a really competitive league.
Yeah.
If you take Man City
the bottom 3, I think if you take the bottom 2 or 3 and the Man City, I think the rest of all, you could see them going anywhere, depending on if they have a good season or a bad season. I don't think there's that many that far out. Okay, and on that note, favourites, Man City, Real Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona, then Arsenal.
Yeah.
Obviously, favourite.
You can do your one. This is our one.
Favourite, Arsenal.
Okay, second.
Bayern.
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Or third, okay.
Barcelona.
And fifth.
What's the fifth club?
City. You missed City.
No, maybe City third.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Real fourth and...
No, sorry. Yeah, so...
Arsenal number 1.
Arsenal, Bayern, City, Real Madrid,
and Barcelona. Okay. All right, and we'll end it on that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon.
Share, like, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And for our viewers, he's not okay in the end, but just leave that out there.
Please comment on whether you think Ola is realistic on Arsenal. Support us. See you in the next one.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for you.